and beyond.
I didn't think about I couldn't see my feet. Oh no. Okay, that's true. Hopefully I'm in the right place. I miss our
I,
feet.
I know,
So
right?
welcome
Like, it's sort of
everybody.
deceptive.
This has been a crazy week for many of us in the real world as we continue to stay away from work, or we're returning to work, or we're preparing for school online or in person and trying to figure out how to survive in this new normal. But here in Altspace VR, it is life as usual, which means fun, crazy, bonkers, social laughter, and adventure, right? Yes.
Okay, so let's see if I can keep up with that. A new feature was released for its first public test this week in Altspace VR, and we are so excited about it. About 4 years ago, Altspace VR announced that they were working on an update to provide simultaneous captioning and translation for the social platform. Unfortunately, funding ran out, and Microsoft stepped in at the last minute to purchase Altspace. Are you talking?
No.
Oh, sorry. It sounds like you're talking in my ear. Okay. So unfortunately, funding ran out and Microsoft stepped in at the last minute to purchase Altspace VR, and the feature went on hold. It wasn't gone, just on hold. And apparently I am having audio issues today, so I apologize. This is going to be good times.
Always good times here as we figure all this out. Earlier this week, Altspace VR announced but Wednesday at the Meet the Program Owner event with Keegan Law. There were over 350 people attended this event and witnessed this game-changing feature for live speech captioning and translation.
You entered into the event and suddenly everything people are saying is highlighted in a caption bubble next to the user. We experimented with different accents, and for the most part, it was as good as our phone's voice speech recognition.
And the event host, Keegan, muted everyone, and the dialogue then changed to what they describe as Star Wars credit scroll, a vertical scroll of text with the name of the host and the person asking the questions highlighted, followed by the captioning.
Now, in the event, a new panel is added to your settings for speech. In there, you may set the size of the captioning to small or large. And here is the really exciting part, the language you wish to have the speech translated into. For example, right now as we speak, if you had the setting to your native language of Italian, what we say would be translated into Italian. How about Japanese or Korean? It also features different types of a language such as English for America, UK, Australia, India, and Spanish, as in Spain, and Spanish as in Mexico. Let's take a look at the video of the event and show you how it works.
All right. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so you see those bubbles? That is very cool. So this is an incredible game changer. One of the struggles that community helpers have is volunteering in the info zone and the campfire to welcome people and not being able to answer their questions or be able to communicate with them because we just don't speak their language. And that's just really unfortunate. But imagine someone, we've played around with for ages with Google Translate and all kinds of different things. We've held our phones up to our, to our headphones and to our microphones, trying to use the translation on the phone. But imagine someone entering Altspace VR for the first time, landing in the info zone where they can communicate with others irrespective of their language, or attending an Altspace VR 101 and understanding what is being said, even if it isn't in your language. I cannot wait for this to go live. This is so exciting.
Now, over the next month or so, Altspace VR will be testing the live speech captioning and translation feature here in Altspace VR at events only. The developers will be in the... Hello?
Hello, we're here.
I can hear you in my ear. You're saying, "Are you with us, Donna? Are
Yes.
you with us?"
I said it once. Okay. So
I
we're
am.
talking
I'm
about what's going to be
speaking.
coming up over the next month.
I'm speaking. Are you not hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh dear.
Okay. Okay. So over the next month or so, AltSpace
All
VR will
right.
be
Having some
testing.
technical issues here.
Okay, you talk. Okay. Oh, okay. The developers will be in the audience and working behind the scenes to improve it in real time as well. So once released, it will likely only be available in events and hopefully in the info zone, then pushed out to other areas. And just so you guys all know, welcome to the back room. Usually this kind of chatter only happens in writing, not in actual speech. So sorry, we're just having some problems. When you enter into an event with live speech captioning enabled, you will be greeted with a permission screen, or when the audience is unmuted. It asks you to either remain muted or agree to allow users to see a transcript of your words. This is required by privacy laws, and the AltSpace VR terms of service and privacy statements are being updated to reflect this new feature. So Wednesday is your next opportunity at the community meetup. There hasn't been one in a long time here in AltSpace VR, formerly known as the AltSpace VR Potluck. This is a social hour to meet new people and share your AltSpace VR experiences. More than that, it is an opportunity for a live demonstration and testing of the new live speech captioning and translation feature. There will be more throughout the month, and your help and feedback is needed on this new feature. Attend these social events, then report your feedback at altvr.com/feedback, altvr.com/feedback. Now,
Yay.
let me
All
just
right.
see. Okay,
I
cool.
think I'm back. I think I'm back. All right. So nothing like a little bit of fun with some technical difficulties on here. Okay. So seriously, what a month this has been. In the past few weeks, AltSpace VR released the new avatars, live screen captioning and translation that we just were talking about, resolving some long-standing front row event feature issues, updated the Unity uploader for more world building goodness, released a new uploading screen with tips and event promotions. For those of you in the hallway, come on in, find a seat. All right, they revamped their entire support system for improved support response and tracking. And all that in addition to releasing patches and updates and tweaks and dealing with several groups of extreme troll attacks bent on disrupting and disabling AltSpace VR functionality. All, this is the amazing part for me, all while still being quarantined in Seattle and remote locations since March. Unbelievable. They have kept this thing going. So what a month it has been here, what a past few months it's been here in AltSpace. And they say nothing ever happens or changes around here. Yay.
So now don't forget, News and Updates is celebrating 2-year anniversary in a couple of months. Mark is taking suggestions on how we can include you in this celebration. So stay tuned for news from News and Updates on how we are going to celebrate this milestone achieved. 2 years bringing you the news and updates and open discussions about what's happening here and around AltSpace VR and our community. So congrats to Mark and Laurel and the entire News and Updates team. Okay, so next up, let's look at some world building.
All right. I'm having a little bit of audio issues here, but we're moving on, I think, to world building, right?
Yes.
Everybody with us? All right, beautiful. Boy, we're both having technical issues here, but we're determined. That's what happens here. Pioneers determined. So as a reminder, for world builders, the first party MRE hosting now uses SSL encryption. If you are using one of the Wear a Hat or Where Are We or Helmets or other MRE, update the world link to use new URL for SSL security and encryption. Check the announcements on the official AltSpace VR Discord and on the Unity website for more information about some of this as well. And for those that created these MRE helmets and hats and wearables, while they still work, we're still having problems with the heads and the hairdos, folks. So please, the heads and the hairs a little bit bigger. So we'd love it if that was updated to fit these new do's because they stick out of the top. So make sure if you're a creator of one of these that you update the MRE so we can get a better head fit.
Now, check the calendar for all the world building events we have. There are world tours, classes, workshops on building at all levels. So there are no more excuses to not invent your own world right here in AltSpace VR. Carnivore has been teaching workshops on building with Unity that fill up immediately, even though they aren't featured. Make sure you arrive right on time for a chance to get in and check out the repeat event he does weekly, as well as the videos he posts to the World Building channel on Discord and in the World Tours Discord at discord.me/world tours. And you guys, I think we should all give them a shout out. World builders here in AltSpace are so giving. So they learn all of these things and then they transfer that knowledge that took them hours and hours and hours to do and transfer it to you. And you guys, that's such an amazing gift to the community. So I think we owe them a big, oh, sorry, I don't even have my emojis. My cursor, okay, my controller. There we go. Let's do some hearts. Yeah, thanks, guys. Laurel. Okay. The world tours happen on Tuesdays with the incredible Daisy Shaw and Mr. Yellow. And then on Wednesdays, the world tours team. Now, we toured hubs the last 2 weeks, and there was an amazing experience as world builders use their creativity to showcase their worlds in such a diverse manner. July's world tours crowdsourced theme was escape. So many worlds were suggested, they divided the tours into 2 weeks. This week is part 2, so exploring mazes and labyrinths. Clearly, getting stuck and lost last week wasn't enough, so let's do it again. Also, it's a new month, and the world building theme this month is garden. Not as in nature spaces, but worlds that make you say, I'm in a garden the moment you enter. Join their Discord at discord.me/world tours and submit your suggestions for garden worlds or build your own and submit that. And it may be added to the tour.
Yay! I love that. So, it takes all of us, all our imagination, our creativity, artistic selves to build these worlds. And we love sharing them with you. And we love it more when you share them with us. So join the News and Updates Discord. We have a channel called Share Your World in News, just waiting for you to show off your world so we may feature it here. So now we're on to some events, and let's hope that our audio issues, at least one of us, or I don't know, hopefully no more problems. Sorry about all of that. Okay, so there has been some concern for a long while, on the issue of adult events being open to all, which includes minors. It doesn't include them, but minors get in. So if you're hosting an adults only event, ensure the age restriction is listed in the description as 18 plus and for adults only. For those of you who are in the hall, come on in. Just come on in, find a chair. There are some wonderful chairs in there. Make sure it says 18 plus or for adults only very, very clearly in the event. Bold it. If you encounter an adult event without the adults only listing and hosting underage attendees, please use the report button on the event to let the staff know. AltSpace VR is working on technical solutions to gate mature content better. So stay tuned for news on that coming up.
Now, as always, there is so much to do in AltSpace VR. Usually the number and variety of events slows down in July and August, but this year we are busier than ever as so many people are still working from home or in lockdown due to COVID. So we aren't sure how populated AltSpace VR will be, but if you are an event host, don't be disappointed. This is just a cyclical change that happens every year. And one of the few slow times in the social VR metaverse, as the people are drawn from outside than are drawn more outside than inside, and others are busy with preparing to return to school, and in some cases actually work. And if we're finally having some nice weather, I have to say that it sort of feels strange going out after being locked down for so long. It sort of feels strange going out. And I can't even, it's uncomfortable. I race back to my house like I need to be in my own surroundings, right? It's really a freaky feeling I've never had before.
Yeah. And I want to get, it's like I want to slap the headset back on and really make that other world disappear. So I'm with you on that, Donna. It's very weird. It's very weird. I'm getting ready to make another trip out, and my husband says, can't you order it? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh no. So yep, I'm with you on that. It's weird.
You know what I did yesterday? I drove my car. I haven't driven my car. I think I've driven my car like literally once since March. And I go sometimes with my husband, but he drives, right? And so it felt so weird. And you sort of think for a second, am I going to remember how to do this? It is just like the Twilight Zone. 2020 is the Twilight Zone.
It is the Twilight. I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, all I've done is just started my car. I haven't driven it. Oh my God! So you always bring these things up. I haven't driven my car in months. I've just started it up to keep the battery going. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, we have such princess real world problems. Okay. Oh
So
my goodness.
true. Okay.
Are we the only ones? We're just checking in. Are we the only ones that do this late? I mean, it's just weird. Okay. Anyway, back to the news. Tonight we have some of your favorite regulars here are here to entertain you and lighten your spirit here in Altspace VR. And just forget about the car, forget about going out the grocery, all that stuff. Just stay here. We have improv night right after the news, and then Yinjiverse is here to sing into our hearts with laughter, tears, and joys. If you have not been to a Yinjiverse concert, you are so missing out on one of the top performers in the metaverse. She's amazing. And then it's followed by Jano Live, and then the Saturday night party with Evolve VR, and failed to render comedy showcase, then the Late Show with Buddy.
Now, in the middle is also XR Creators Unite, the innovative speaker series that features Thomas Logan this week. He's SEPTA the past 18 years, assisting organizations to create technology solutions that work with these disabilities. Sorry, I'm thinking, Laurel always puts language in that I do not know, so I trust her. But yes, so Thomas has spent the last 18 years assisting organizations. This is how much I trust you, Laurel. I hope you know that. I'm just like, okay, if she tells me to jump over this cliff, I'm going. Okay, so Thomas has spent the past
blooper
18
reel. We got blooper reel stuff. All this whole show is blooper reel, Mark. Okay.
He spent the past 18 years assisting organizations to create technology solutions that work for those with disabilities. His work covers government, startups, and Fortune 500 companies, and he's the organizer of the Accessibility Virtual Reality and Accessibility New York. He lives in Japan and will share his insights into accessibility for VR and immersive technologies.
Oh, it's going to be so fun. And thank you for trusting even my misspelling. All right. Oh my goodness. So, there's a little glimpse of behind the scenes here. And I don't know why y'all come to this. We give you the news.
I feel like that's what we're
But
we're
you come
hosting
here
in the
because
green
we're
room
cool.
tonight.
You got it.
We're
because
hosting in the green
goofy.
room.
You never know what's gonna happen next year. Okay. No, wait, whatever's to be. Okay. All right. Now, where were we? Ron. See, we're talking about serious stuff here. Ron's humanism session is tomorrow. If you haven't been, it's a great presentation. Fantastic interactive discussion when you let loose and debate this stuff. He'll be exploring the nature of consciousness and where does consciousness come from. Really, it's awesome. And it's to explore these issues from a humanist perspective, which is just one of the many diverse, fascinating discussions and educational events that we have here in Altspace VR.
Now, Spatialand started a few weeks ago, and it is a talk show covering events, concerts, and entertainment across the spatial sphere with Catherine D. Henry and Michael Barngrover. It's tomorrow. They call themselves the Siskel and Ebert of VR content and events across multiple platforms.
Yeah. Now I'm so excited about this. I'm giving up my morning for this. The Rocket Party is planning a huge party for the return of Doug and Bob from the International Space Station after 2 months on board. Now, they're going to do a splashdown, and this is one of the most dangerous methods to return from space. So the world will be watching, as we will right here in AltSpace VR, with our positive thoughts, our prayers, and best wishes for a safe return as they drop it into the Atlantic Ocean off of Florida tomorrow. So come join it.
Now, Sundays are busy days here in AltSpace VR. Banzai Interactive Cooking is back with Chef Brandon, AD, also known as Buckaroo Banzai. They have a new cooking space and a new time, so check the calendar and join them as they explore cooking duck 3 different ways. Well,
Ducking Cook. There you go.
she cannot resist.
I know it. It's just I'm unleashed now. Okay.
We really have to put a lock on your inside voice.
I know it. Okay. So Sunday is also center stage. You have to understand that both of us are also doing this in a heat wave without air conditioning on, so we can't help but get goofy. All right.
I feel like I'm sitting in a swimming pool, like really.
Exactly.
2 weeks ago I was using my heater, and now I'm sitting here like I'm in a hot tub. That's it.
A hot
Yeah.
tub, yeah. So we got such princess problems. So Sunday is also center stage, another opportunity to showcase your talents in AltSpace VR. This is just one of several open mic.
What did they say
talent
about
shows.
day job?
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna get. I'm sorry, Mark. We're in so much trouble. Okay. Sunday is center stage with another opportunity to showcase your talents. I just was judged for mine. This is just one of several open mic event styles, some talent shows. And honestly, center stage is into their second year of showcasing some of the brightest performers in AltSpace VR. And also, don't forget that Wednesday is one of the longest running entertainment events in AltSpace VR, open mic, and it's another opportunity to strut your stuff. Donna, we're going to be so virtually spanked when we're done with this event. I can tell.
Wait for this one.
Compose yourself.
My eyes are watering. I can't see the script, and I've got my glasses on with my headphones, so I can't put my when I put my hands up to my eyes. I can't do it.
That was a good one.
Oh,
That was a good one.
It was beautiful.
Okay. So as we're carrying on, Daisy Shaw and her fellow UK friends are hosting their bi-monthly UK meetup to gather together AltSpace VR UK citizens and fans for a great social hour. I have to say, even the pictures, if you see the pictures, you just want to be there because they always have so much fun. These events are filled with laughter and group fun, so check them out, and maybe you might meet someone who lives right down the street from you. You just never know.
Oh, gosh. Okay, we'll be good, Mark. All right, Health Systems Chat is here Tuesday this week, discussing and asking for your help. Because we're not the only ones who need help. All right, in designing a tiny satellite that could launch into orbit, the CubeSats, that's it, and Pocket Cubes are tiny satellites.
She can't even read her own writing.
Yeah, I know it. Researchers, students, and businesses to do experiments like measuring climate change and monitoring other Earth data spying on us. No, they don't have that kind of power. But the possibilities are endless, and Chuck is going to explore them in his very serious but fun and interactive health systems chat meetup.
Now, rumors have been flying around that Tuesday there will be a student takeover of the weekly Educators in VR workshops for the month of August. Students in VR is part of a team of youth taking over the United Nations. It's all happening at the end of September, and we believe they will be doing a practice run at Educators in VR. We're listening to rumors, but what the grapevines are saying is that their first workshop will offer students perspective on education in a time of COVID-19. It could be an exciting month here in AltSpace VR.
Not just
I'm really
here,
looking forward
whatever.
to these. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Because these students, you think that anything could happen here, and everything happens there. It's just amazing. I love students in VR. ThoughtCon continues. Have you been in their space? It's amazing. It continues as they have a hangout as part of the ThoughtCon 0x VR conference, normally held in Chicago. Of course, everything's going virtual here. And the group represents hackers and innovators in technology. And this is one of their social events here in AltSpace VR. It is a great group. So check that out on Wednesday.
Wow, I'm learning about a few things here today. Now, another event worth checking out Wednesday is the autism group that meets here in AltSpace VR every other week. This week, the topic is autism and family support during COVID-19. They will discuss how autistic people and their families and support systems use technology to cope with the challenges in this new normal. Dr. Georgia Pavlopoulou will present on understanding the experiences of lockdown and imagining the future together based on insights from research with autistic people and their families.
That's going to be so cool. Thursday, a series of talks by Global XR Talks begins with a social, followed by presentations by experts on mixed reality, next-gen productivity, SharePoint spaces, Azure Connect, HoloLens 2, and so much more. So check these out on the All calendar as these events are not yet featured.
Now let's move to Thursday. HR in VR Meetup is growing in popularity. Matt Burns is the founder of Bento HR and of the podcast Thinking Inside the Box. And we are lucky to have him and his special guests here every Thursday. It is a unique experience to meet with experts in corporate hiring and human resources. Matt Burns' insights into the changing employment economy and industry helps benefit all of us as we tackle the hard questions about how we support the new normal working from home, how companies keep morale and innovation thriving, and how companies can work with employees in schools to ensure the training and support they need, especially now. You want to check this out. I have to say that HR is always that department. If you're working, you don't think about the fact that you need like it just seems like it's just a people in a department for when there's an opening, but it is literally so much more than that. So you guys, I really encourage you to check this meetup. And there's a conference coming up September 8th to the 10th, where Matt and his team will be spending 3 concentrated days talking about different things that challenge us in the workplace. So looking forward to that.
No kidding. And I have learned so much about the job market and the whole scope of training employees and preparing them for the new normal. And it's just amazing. I love that it's right here in AltSpace. So take advantage of that. Okay. We have, moving from the serious to the sublime, Friday is another avatar fashion show with Get Social. It's a chance to dress up your avatar in its best new outfit and show yourself off, meet new people, meet new AltSpace VR members, and it's a fun social in a park, and there's always a good time. So bring your picnic goodies and hang out with Get Social.
Now, Friday is also another Simulation Nation event, and this week Daisy Shaw will share her story and insights into world building. That's one you don't want to miss on Friday.
Mm-hmm. And Burning Man is now the last 2 weeks of August. So get ready. It is going to be amazing. It is happening right here in AltSpace VR. They've pushed the boundaries of world building and events in AltSpace, and they have a variety of great artwork and worlds to explore and events, and it's going to be just jam packed with so much information. So we are thrilled to have Burning Man here in at Black Rock City here in AltSpace, and stay tuned for more news and details on this. And we do know that the installations are going to last throughout the year, so don't miss this amazing festival.
Now, if you have an event like ours that you would want to be regularly updated on when they announce a new event, go to the website at altvr.com, click channels, and subscribe to the events you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the news and updates channel so you will be notified of our upcoming events, so you don't want to miss a moment of what's going on here in AltSpace. So when you go to altspacevr.com and you click on channels, there's one that's featured, and then there's one that has all. And make sure you check out both lists, because there's some real gems that aren't necessarily featured, but you might really enjoy.
All right. Now we need those sound effects, Mark. It's like drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. It is now time for our discussion. So while I turn on the questions, Donnie, do you want to get it started, please?
So how many of you were here Wednesday to experience the new live speech captioning and translation? Can you guys give us some emojis if you experienced that on Wednesday? So there was just a few of you. And I'll be honest, I'm not throwing up emojis because I had another meeting at the same time, so I couldn't go either. But I hear it was amazing. Are you ready to take over? Let me know when you want.
Okay, it's up to you. Keep going, and then just keep going, and then I'll handle the question part.
Our team tested it out by changing languages to see how the English would translate, at least for the languages we spoke. And we also bugged our friends with what we might classify as more complex accents to talk as we read through the captions to see how they did, working in noisy groups as well as separate from the crowd. In general, it held up fairly well, but it was just like your phone's voice recognition and typing. It is garbage in, garbage out, but mostly did a good job.
All right, we're going to now open up the questions, and we're going to ask you what you think about this new feature, but more importantly, how you might use it or see it in use here in AltSpace. So as a reminder, while people are raising their hands, this new speech caption and translation feature is not available to all of us yet. It's going to be tested over the next month or so at the live events hosted by AltSpace VR. And it will, okay, I'm having a little funny technical stuff here. And so make sure that, you check out those events. You can see it in action, including the community meetup this Wednesday. So talk to us. How do you see this feature being used in AltSpace, and how might you use it? Hit the raise hand button in the lower right corner. And as I mentioned in the show, one of the things that I'm looking forward to is seeing it in the info zone, to be able to greet new people in whatever language that they're in. So Tan, is it Snyder? Tan Snyder, you're on. Okay, I think I'm back.
Oh, I didn't know you left. Okay, I wasn't hearing anything though, but I thought it was just me.
Yep, no, okay. I lost internet. Okay, so anyone who would like, so hold on, let me get all my bits turned back on. If anybody has any, how do you think you're going to use it? So one of the things that I was looking at is using it in the info zone. And so make sure you hit the raise hand button. If you see how you can use this instant captioning and how you're going to use this for the translations. So in the info zone, I really want to be able to answer people's questions. So many times we have people coming in and they say, I speak Portuguese, I speak Portuguese, I speak Portuguese, you speak Portuguese, I don't know, you speak English. And it's like, I want to help this person so badly. I just don't know how to help them. I have no, so I go to Google Translate, I type things in, translate it out into the language I assume they're in, and I paste it in. So this is going to be amazing to have somebody come in and I can speak in English and it will translate into their language if they have it set up right, right from the beginning of the install. And that will be so helpful in connecting with people. And I want to, but I want to hear from you all. How do you think this is going to work? And what do you think about this new captioning thing? Hit the raise hand button and let's see. All right, Minamoto, how about you're on air? Minamoto?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Inputting text to send somebody a message is very time consuming and difficult.
Yes,
Is
it is.
this text to speech or speech to text going to be used as part of that to make it easier?
Well, it is not replacing the communication. What it is, because I noticed that you came in a little late right after we demoed it. It is the ability that, like right now as I'm talking, you would have words in front of you. We should have had a picture of it up here on the slide. Sorry. You will see words like a caption on watching a movie or a TV show will appear right by your circle menu or in a bubble right next to my head, and that will then show up. And as I talk, it would be in your language. If you set the languages,
I understand
or in English.
that. Yeah, I understand that fine. It just occurred to me that perhaps it could also be used to make life an awful lot easier when you're trying to send a text message to someone.
No, it doesn't, because it doesn't have. It's not. It's only being broadcast in the room, and it's not. It would have not so far. Maybe they'll add it to text messaging, but so far it only works on voice recognition.
Okay, thank you.
All right, great. But I think that's worth asking for, don't you? I think that'd be brilliant to ask for that, to have that translation happen with texting. Karen, hello, Karen.
Hello, Laurel. First of all, I agree with Minimoto that I think that would be like a killer feature to add to that, because
Yes.
if let's say you're in an event and you're muted like we are right now, and you want to send somebody a message, instead of painstakingly trying to type it out on this keyboard, you could just say it like you would to your phone, and have it instantly transcribed and then be able to send the message. So I agree, that'd be
love that.
awesome. And
That would be brilliant.
then the other thing I was just going to say is this to me could be the killer app, because right now with social VR, we are breaking boundaries. We live in a world society. We're a global community. I don't mean just in here, just in general, in this 21st century. And so as we continue to develop this technology out, we're already in communication with people from all over the world in here. And except, I think sometimes people feel excluded because their language isn't recognized in here, or they really can't speak to anybody in here. So this really could be the world, the killer app that breaks down barriers to make everything more inclusive.
I agree. Beautifully said. And the ideas of what is possible with this keep occurring to me. So imagine working with somebody who's deaf. This is a chance for them to see what you say. So for accessibility, groundbreaking. For someone who's just hard of hearing, sometimes it's hard to hear. For those of us like me who have shit for net, crappy internet connections, there are many times here where somebody will be talking, all I hear are pops and clicks, and I hate it. But with the captioning, I found that even on Wednesday when I was there for the launch, I couldn't hear the speaker, but I could read what they said, and I could still stay engaged until my internet buffer caught back up. So for that, I love that idea. If anybody has been agonized over the audio thing. That part I dearly love. So that was wonderful. They do need to fix a few little things. For example, when you are talking, you see your words in front of you, which does several things. First of all, it makes you talk like this as you read the words coming up on the screen. It's weird. I found myself slowing down and reading what I was saying. It was really weird. But it also covers the face of the avatar that you're looking at, depending on the angle that you're in. And I think that needs to be moved or turned off so you don't see your words, you see other people's words. I think that's really important for engagement, that we be able to see those beautiful now moving eyeballs left and right. And another thing, several people at the event said, think of this for language learners. I'm like, what? Oh, to be able to see the words, because you can adjust the language at any, to whatever. I had it set for Korean, Japanese, and you could change it to anything that you want. So being able, if you're working on, let's say you're learning Spanish, it's more immersive if you're around people that are speaking Spanish and you see the Spanish, or they're speaking English and you see the Spanish. That's a very immersive kind of experience to be able to see the words as they're being said. So I'm just seeing many layers. What else do y'all see about how this is going to be a game changer here in AltSpace? Oops, somebody put their hand up and then they took it down. Anyone else? Just hit the raise hand button if you have an opinion, you have a question about it. All right, Tan Snide, I hope now you're all set. Tan Snide, you're on the air. Tan. Hi. Okay, Donna, can you hear him?
No.
Okay, you may be having some microphone issues. You might want to get that taken care of. Thank you. Anyone else, any comments or thoughts about how this works or questions about how it works? Hit the raise hand button down on the lower right corner. It's our understanding that we hope that you'll be able to turn it on and off. Right now it is only designed for events and not for all the general spaces, but we'll see what happens as they start testing on it. Donna, what do you think about this?
I think that as in other things, we aren't just early adopters, we're actually pioneers in what social VR is going to look like 2 and 3 years from now, when there's going to be more, there will eventually be more apps available. There's going to be a growing consumer appetite for this, so there has to be more apps to complement the space, and this is just pioneering what is to come. So it's exciting. I mean, seriously, 1 week ago today, we talked about how we wished accessibility was here. This is so be careful what you wish for, you guys, or start wishing bigger, people. Maybe that's what I should be saying. Start wishing bigger.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to tell you that Second Life has been working on this for 10 or 15 years to have some form of automagical captioning, and they are still struggling with it. So what they do is some people have created a company that can be hired, or they do pro bono work for conferences in Second Life, where they manually type and transcribe. They do ask that all of the presentations provide a script, and then they edit that as the speaker is speaking, and they paste that into and it's all manually done. I wish it was easier. They paste that into a scrolling text box for the people to be able to read it. It's user generated. People are actually doing this. So if you're presenting, you have to write out your whole script, pretty much stick to it, and then, or they sit there and they have to type out all the transcriptions at high speed and paste them in. It's fairly complicated. So this is pretty magical, and I am very, very excited about it. All right. So thank you all for your input, and I want to let you know that this is it for the news and updates. The silliness is over. So remember, the conversation doesn't stop here in AltSpace VR. Discord is our home base for our community outside of AltSpace VR, and we invite you to join there, the news and updates Discord. There's something that is hot and breaking. It shows up in the announcements, but we often report on other things that do not get posted to the announcement channel on AltSpace VR. So that's where you can get the latest news on what's going on in and around AltSpace and around the VR industry. And it's a place to share your world, your news, your events, and updates with us at discord.me/news updates. It's discord.me/news updates.
We live stream the news onto YouTube every week, and you can catch up past episodes to learn more about the Rel and Donna comedy show, or about how AltSpace works and what's going on in the community. We also added the AltSpace VR announcements feed to our news and updates Discord server, so you won't miss a minute of the news.
Indeed, and we're here to not only give you something to laugh about in your day, but also keep you updated on the news in AltSpace. So please tell a friend, maybe, and share our Discord and YouTube channels with others so they can keep up around AltSpace. And check out all the videos to find out what's been happening here in the past.
And volunteering continues to be one of the most amazing opportunities you guys have, all of us have, to get to know people in the space, get to know, learn new skills, and they offer great opportunities. So if you would like to volunteer to help, we would love it. We do this for you, but we need your help as well. We need people to help us film and live stream. We need people to supply us with pictures and news from events and activities around AltSpace. And this is really key, guys, especially now during COVID. There's been such an increase in activities that are happening, and it's hard to keep up with all of them. And so please share information with us. We need writers, editors, moderators, backup hosts. So if you'd like to help, let us know on our Discord server, or stick around and talk to one of us after the show.
Excellent. And also, we're going to hang around after the news to answer your questions and talk about what you're doing in AltSpace VR. Nobody gives a crap about what we're doing. So stick around. So we'd love to chat with you. And I'd like to take a moment to everybody give a big round of applause for our new mod. Graham is over here, who's also the host of Simulation Nation. Thank you for stepping in and helping to mod the news and updates. Fantastic. We love our victims. I mean, our new volunteers. We love them. And you can be one of them. So please pitch in. So we'll hang around after the news. We're going to answer your questions and whatnot. So thanks to all of our volunteers and moderators who help make this event such a success. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And with these uncertain times, be safe wherever you are in the world. All right, we got all new music.